Hello race fans, welcome back to Garden Canyon Run. This is Brock Wheeler. I'm going to be bringing you all the action today, and we've got a lot of it. We're going to be getting into some modified cars today. We've got 8 more cars to qualify. This is Group 2. We're going to be doing 3 more stock cars, and we're going to get into the modified cars. And for those of you that are new to all of this, modified cars are ones that our builders have actually disassembled, added weight to, and done other things to make them fast, and we see how fast we can get them going down the track. And here's a look at the track. We're going to start in the start gate and head around the perimeter of the fence. Between turn 1 and turn 2 is the first 2 checkpoints. Then we're going to zoom down toward the 3rd checkpoint and through the garden bed. And then as we approach Painter's Tape Gully, we hit checkpoint 3 and then checkpoint 4 on the other side of Painter's Tape Gully. And then we head into the S-turns where we hit checkpoint 5, checkpoint 6 at the bottom of the finish ramp. And then after checkpoint 6 of those last 2 on the open bit of track where cars can go any way they want if they don't run straight. And here we are, first car, Muscle Bound, driven by Luna of Team Unicorn Princesses. Let's see how we do in run 1. This is a stock car, so we will be getting double points. And here we go. Nice line through turn 1. And catching a drift on the downhill through turn down into Painter's Tape Gully. Looks like we're going to end up with a 3-point run, and then because this is a stock car, that turns into 6 points. Nice job, Luna. Getting sideways down that downhill and keeping it together there. Nice driving. There's another look at coming into Painter's Tape Gully. It's a nice looking car, that Muscle Bound. We're going to have another one farther on down the qualification list, a stock or a modified one. But here we go in run 2. Getting kind of crazy there in turn 1. And not able to make it to checkpoint 4. Getting hung up on that downhill barrier in the center of the track. That's some fancy driving right there. Let's take another look at that. Must have hit something on that sidewall there, but nice job, Luna, keeping that together. It's a nice run, 12-point run. Very good job. Yep, just losing steam there as we got into Painter's Tape Gully. Don't forget, after we do all of the qualifications, we are going to have one more time for every car to have one more run in the good lane. Now we're moving on. We have Ellis here, team second floor, driving a 1967 Camaro. This is looking good. Very nice looking run. Getting crazy down in Painter's Tape Gully, getting really banged around down there. But that's a 3-point run right there, and this is a stock car, so again, 6 points for Ellis. This is in fact a vintage 82 Hot Wheels casting. This is metal body, metal base. It's a 41-gram car, if I'm not mistaken, here as a stock car. So this, I think, is a danger car. This thing could put up some points. And let's see how we do in run 2 here. Moving right along. Back up in the start gate, we're going to move to that inside lane, which seems to be the preferred lane for most cars. That's a real nice looking line through turn 1. Very good through and down into the downhill, but not able to get to checkpoint 4 and cross it though. Again, getting banged around in Painter's Tape Gully. Man, the first section of track, this car is looking good. Nice job driving there, Ellis. Yeah, just got a little banged around in Painter's Tape Gully and then skidded to a stop right before checkpoint 4. 12-point run, looking good. And I have to say that 67 Camaro, that is a nice looking car. The silver paint on it is actually in really nice shape. Alright, moving along, we've got our first modified car. This is Lily Dog driving for Alley Cat Race Club in that Mustang Mach 1. Let's see how we do here in the first run. This will be in the outside lane. Nice looking so far. Got kind of squirrely approaching turn 2 in the downhill and just skidded to a stop before they were able to cross that second checkpoint. Yeah, just got a little bouncing around on that straightaway there. So 1 point for Lily the dog. Let's see how we can do in run number 2, however. moving to that inside lane that people seem to like a little bit better. Got coming in reverse down to the downhill and getting hung up on that center barrier. So now to be able to cross checkpoint 3. Really good job keeping it together in reverse down that downhill though. But yeah, not able to cross checkpoint 3 there. So we got a 3-point run for Lily the dog. And moving right along, we're up to Green Flake now. This is Keegan Carlisle driving for Alley Cat Race Club in this modified Skyline. Oh, that was unfortunate. And went real high up onto that red and white side barrier there, and just lost control and flipped over. All right, Keegan, let's see how you can do in run number 2. Now I can see now we did not switch lanes. This was a mistake on the part of the starter. We only caught it just now, so we're gonna add one more bonus point since Keegan didn't get to go into the preferred lane that everyone seems to be doing better on. So we're gonna add an extra point onto Keegan's overall score. So he's gonna end up with 2 for the day, not just that 1 point right there. Look at that, he just needed to go just that little bit farther. We got our next driver up, and this is going to be Diego Roman from Diego's Diecast. Run number 1 in this Porsche 911. It's a nice looking car. Really good looking run so far. Carrying a lot of momentum all the way through. Are we going to make it down to the finish straight? Well, that's a perfect run. That is our first perfect run in the tournament for Diego from Diego's Diecast in that beautiful light blue Porsche 911. Got a little bit sideways coming down the straightaway there as we approach the downhill, but a beautiful job through the downhill, drifting right through Painter's Tape Gully, carrying all that momentum, slotting right into that blue track, and then look at this, straight down the finish straight, collecting every point. That's an 8-point run. That's the first perfect run we've had here. Excellent job, Diego. All right, and let's see what we can do in run number 2. See if we can capitalize on that and earn some more points. Inside lane for Diego. Here we go. Nice looking run so far. Again, really nice through the downhill. Carrying momentum all the way through Painter's Tape Gully. Oh, but not quite able to get across checkpoint 5 and down onto the finish straight though. So that's gonna, for that run, that's a 4-point run. So that's gonna mean we're gonna have 12 points altogether, which for our first modified car to earn a decent amount of points here. Very nice job, Diego. Yeah, great looking run. And just slotted right nicely into that blue track right there. I do think after we leave the qualification round, moving into the next one, we are going to get rid of that center barrier on that blue track right there. Okay, moving right along. We've got Diecast Dragger here driving the 97 Corvette for Alley Cat Race Club. Looking really good. Oh, but got totally banged up in Painter's Tape Gully. Just carried so much speed into there. Let's take a look. Got up onto the sidewall into turn 1, which is how most people are doing it. Bounced off the barrier on that straightaway, but then beautiful job down the downhill, but carried so much speed into Painter's Tape Gully that just got thrown onto his roof. Did earn 4 points though. So if you haven't checked it out, this is V. McVagger from Diecast Dragger. He's got a Scythe racetrack over in Scotland. It's a good channel over there you should check out. Nice job driving here today. Glad you were able to make it over for the tournament. And let's see how we do in run number 2. On the inside lane. Nice line through turn 1. And approaching the downhill, looking great. And once again, getting just smashed up in Painter's Tape Gully, right into that marble tile that's holding down the blue track. That was a hard hit. Oof, that was a really hard hit. Hopefully Diecast Dragger's doing okay there. Looks like we've got him fixed up onto Bella Goth's tow truck. Okay, and Tom, Dick, and Harry are there resetting the marble tiles in front of that spectator crowd. All right, moving right along. We're now with Sebastian from Diego's Diecast in a 1970 Monte Carlo. This is a sweet-looking car, although I will say it's kind of what I expected there. That's a long slide. This car has a little bit of a narrower wheelbase than many of the other cars in here today, and I wonder if it's going to be able to stay upright in turn number 1. As you can see on run 1 here, flipped right over into his roof, and then a heck of a slide. That was one long slide. Did get him across to the first checkpoint, so we did get 1 point for Sebastian there. Let's see how we can do in run number 2. Here we go. Yeah, and as I expected, right back over into his roof. In a straight line in a drag race, I think this car would be just a bullet. This thing is fast. But that narrow wheelbase, I don't think it is doing him any favors on the Garden Canyon Run track. All right, moving right along, we've got Kilgore T. You may remember from the Winter Classic. Driving a Land Rover Defender 110, and this is another one. Not only is it sit really high, it's also got rubber tires. All of this is going to add up to not necessarily the fastest car, especially on this track. Although it is one nice looking vehicle, I have to say this is possibly my favorite looking car in the whole tournament. But it's not going to be much of a runner, I don't think, at least based on run number 1. Let's look at run number 2 here. Kilgore T is with Team Unicorn Princesses, and yep, once again turn number 1 right over on his side. Yep, sorry Kilgore, I don't think this truck's going to do you much good in the Garden Canyon Run Spring Classic. But perhaps down in the rest of the motorsports park, down in the dirt, you could have a good time in this thing, I do think. So we get Tom, Dick, and Harry get you taken care of, but that does end the round for the day. It looks like the big winner on the day was Diego, with that perfect run in that Porsche 911. That was a nice looking run. Hopefully we can get more runs like that as we move forward. This is the way the points look right now. We have 16 more cars to go, and we are going to be, I think we have 15 or 14 more cars to go, but we're going to be narrowing the whole thing down to 16 final cars to move forward in the tournament. So we have 2 more groups to be coming. You'll see those in another few days. I want to thank you to all our sponsors here. Thank you to our subscribers and our viewers for watching. We really appreciate your support. And thanks to all the drivers coming over for this. This is one heck of a tough track here. You're braver than many, I'll tell you that much. But thanks again. This has been a good time. I'm Brock Wheeler. It's been a lot of fun. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.